life Minecraft home for this adorable ant colony so they can breed and create an army.
Y'all, it's prime mating season here in Australia, and there are ants literally everywhere. Pantry, bed, inside your underpants. And I found this barely surviving ant colony on the side of the road after their home was destroyed by a car. I've saved them and, well, the few that I could find, but luckily, the queen, you see that big one right there? She's still living, isn't she a beauty? Look at her, she's absolutely huge. She's also the most important one in the colony because she commands all the other ants, tells them what to do, which is protect and feed the colony. But that's about all I know about these little critters, and I'm already behind schedule because I need to create an ant army before Ethan completes his master plan.
You see, this is my mate, Ethan, and he's using ants in Minecraft to scare my fans off my server. Y'all, Ethan has somehow downloaded some kind of mutant insect mod to the server and is secretly breeding them.
Look at all of the ants that I have farmed and bred, and soon my army will infest the entire server, and everything will be mine.
Oh, he's planning to chase everyone off the server, and once my fans have left, he's going to steal their loot. Hey, yo! Is he straight up killing his own ants that he bred?
You ain't diddly squat. I can just breed a bunch of you whenever I want, because in 7 days, I should have around 100,000 ants, and then nothing can come between me and my plans for this server.
Okay, this is bad. Who knows what he's going to do to you guys once he frees them? I need to stop them and save you guys. Look at this dude, so poor and unsuspecting. He has no idea what's about to come. So to get revenge, I'm breeding an ant colony in real life, and once they're ready, I'm gonna release the infestation inside Ethan's PC so they just wreck and eat it all. And well, I think he'll have bigger problems then.
And it's actually really easy to build an ant nest. This is literally all you need. In fact, take this. The ant's brand new home. Guess where I got it? It used to be a box of Ferrero Rochers, which I totally didn't eat all in 5 minutes before this video. Anyways, the point is, it's made of acrylic. These are materials you guys can find at home. You could make your own ant nest at home. Just make sure, guys, you get safe ants like these, which are sugar ants. Do not get something dangerous like bull ants, or they will bite you all over, and trust me, it's not fun. I also have got myself a ton of sand. Oh, this is heavy. Woo, to get us started. And that is gonna go in here to create our little terrarium tank kind of thing going on. But I've learned that we don't just need to build the ant nest, we also need to build what's called the outworld. It's kind of like the overworld in Minecraft, but in real life, all right? And it's this flat area in front of the farm where the ants are able to roam around. So, let's get started. Domesticated ants usually live inside of containers called outworlds. To create one, I used a handsaw to cut into one of those acrylic panels. I drilled a hole at the bottom of it so the ants could, crawl in and out of the nest, and with some help of some super glue, I attached it in between the other container, leaving a tiny gap. So this thin space is actually going to be the entire nest for our buddy boy ants. And we're gonna fill it right up with sand. I know it looks really small, but you gotta remember, once we fill this up with sand, it's gonna have all this vertical height to fill as well. So let's get this nice and tightly packed. The tighter packed we can get it, the better, all right? We want it to be fully good so they can build all of their massive ant tunnel structures, and of course, make it a perfect and safe home for their mummy queen. So we're gonna fill all this ant outworld up. And we need to make sure this is a really even surface. So the best way I could find on the internet was by using a battery. And I had no idea that you could use a battery to do this, but check out how even it spreads the sand across the base of our outworld, guys. Check this, it's beginning to look just like the ants' natural habitat, the Australian outback desert. But we're doing an upgrade to the Minecraft desert. That's right, I'm decorating this with mini Minecraft cactuses, dead bush, and all. That's all gonna take a lot of time, and Ethan's evil plan is commencing in just 6 days. And this species of ants takes a while to hatch their eggs, and so if we want an army, we need to get them in there ASAP so they can start forming their nest. Let's welcome our ants into their brand new home. Here you go, guys, look at them go. Check that, all right? The worker ants are exploring for the first time. They're checking if the area is safe, guys. I promise I have not put any nuclear bombs in your outworld. And obviously, the queen ant needs to know 100% that she's not going to die before they're going to move around. She doesn't actually walk on her own. They're going to push her out. But we need, to entice them a little bit more. I've got a few things that might help with that, all right? Water, obviously, they're going to need to drink. They're just like humans. They need water. They also really, really love honey because it is super, super sweet. So let's try and convince them, all right? Let's go ahead. We're going to put our cotton ball in some water here. If we just poured the water in, it would flush them out and drown them. Place that right inside their outworld there. Then we're going to grab our honey as well. And again, we don't want to just pour this in or we're going to drown them. We need to take very good care of them. So let's chuck that into our pipette. And we're going to put a little bit of honey right near where the entrance is, right? I want to attract them into the nest. All right, we're just going to put little drops of honey. The honey is going straight into the sand. Maybe we need to... Hold up, I've got a better idea. Why don't we place the honey on this little platform here? That's going to stop it from absorbing into the sand. Drop. Finally, we just have to wait. But also, I'm going to put this lid on the top here so our ants don't run around and escape while we're ordering the rest of the equipment to create our army.
Because during my research, I discovered there are actually thousands of different species of ants, and they all need their own unique temperature, own foods, and even completely different resources to survive. So while my curious ants started exploring their new and beloved home, I jumped online and bought some food, a heater, and some other various supplies. And the next day, my order had arrived.
Daddy Jeff Bezos has dropped off the supplies. All right, Amazon, what have you brought me for my auntie boys? First off, some better food, right? Honey is great and they love it. It's kind of like dessert. It doesn't have very many nutrients. So we have some delicious dried worms. So good, so good. We also have ourselves a heat pad. That's because the ideal temperature for sugar ants is somewhere between 15 to 27 degrees Celsius. And right, I want to promote their baby making abilities. So we're going to put it right at 20 degrees Celsius, which will match the temperature they need to thrive as a colony. Finally, we have ourselves this stuff, which says insect a stop. I know that sounds like it's gonna kill them, but I promise you guys that's not what it's for, all right? This is known as fluon, okay? And essentially, we're gonna coat it all over our nest where the acrylic is, and that's gonna create like a non-stick barrier so the ants won't try and climb up it and slip off, hurting themselves, right? Let's check and see how our ants are doing, guys. Don't see much difference now. Wait, where's the queen gone? Oh, wait. Guys, they've began to start building their nest. Look at that. Check that out, guys. Look, they've built a little hole into the tunnel we made them and began building their nest. The queen is in there. And once we add all of these, they're gonna go crazy.
I started by assembling the heater and attaching it to below the outworld. Next, I sprinkled some of this new insect ant food I found so that Mummy Ant and her workers have plenty of nutrition. And finally, I used a cotton swab to apply the fluon liquid along the edges of the container. That way the ants can't climb it and escape. Otherwise, I would have the infestation problem. And just like that, the ant colony had all the resources they needed to survive.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Baby Maker 3000. That's right, guys. This little contraption I've got going on combined with this food source should boost the ant breeding by about 3 times or 300%. Except, what if after all of this, my ants just aren't smart enough to navigate through Ethan's PC and break it? This would all be for nothing. I need a way to like test them or train them, but how?
Turns out, trail ants are actually low-key giant geniuses. They release this chemical called pheromones everywhere they go. Once a single ant reaches their location, it uses these pheromones, which are kind of like a smell, to travel back and communicate its findings with the rest of the colony. But I'm not sure. I want to test these ants in action. So after a few hours of cutting, gluing, and building, I created my very own Minecraft maze for the ants to solve.
Now, our perfect training ground is finally ready to prepare our ants for small, tight, and confusing spaces just like Ethan's PC is going to be. So let's go ahead and attach it in to our ant farm right through there, and hopefully they'll walk through the tube. Now, they don't exactly have an incentive to do that right at the moment, but it seems they've finished eating all of their lovely little worms. So we're gonna chuck a few more in, except this time at the very end of our maze. There's worms everywhere! Now, it will still take a while for the ants to figure this out because, you know, they're in the middle of nest building and all of that. So until then, we're gonna decorate their home to look just like Minecraft so, you know, they're familiar with what they need to attack.
In one of my previous videos, I built Minecraft in real life using just magnets. And with the help of these magnetic blocks, they're actually perfect as tiny decorations for our anti-boyfriends.
I found them! Check this out, guys. We've got a ton of blocks. Surely there has to be something in here that we can use. All right, well, we could give the ants a little chest, but it's not exactly desert themed. None of this is gonna work. This all looks a little too overworldy. We should have made like a magnetic cactus or sandstone blocks, unless... Wait, why don't I just print out the textures and then we could like glue it to the sides?
With the help of my trusty old printer and a little super glue, I cut out the textures of the blocks found in deserts and stuck them on to the magnetic blocks.
Now, it's not really a desert until you have a little bit of cactus action going on. So let's do a double cactus right there. Dude, that looks so cute. I mean, we could technically have a single cactus, even though they don't exist in Minecraft, but a triple cactus is just not going to fit. Actually, wait a minute, it might. Okay, it will, but it will be the most terrifying thing the ants have ever seen. But that's not all. I went ahead and printed out some actual Minecraft deserts, which I'm gonna cut out and like put on the sides, right? So they actually feel like they're inside the game. Now, I did measure out the sides of the container, so hopefully this will fit. And grab our double-sided tape. Let's do, I think maybe 2 bits of that is probably the way to go. So we'll do 1 piece here, stick that on the top. All right. Look on the inside. That actually looks so legit. All right, and now we just need to cut out the other side and stick it here, but we need to build around that little tube, which is gonna be a bit more difficult. Hopefully that should be the exact size of our hole that we need. And I'm just gonna stick it on there. We need to make sure we line that up perfectly or my entire maze will be for nothing. And then we can put our pipe right through the middle. Ugh. Okay, and we are in.
But I ran into a teensy problem. Only just a couple hours after placing my lovely decorations, I realized that the ants were eating through my paper blocks.
Bruh, he literally ate straight through my paper. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my gosh, what? We need to find a replacement fast, otherwise they're not gonna have a proper environment to live in.
That's when it hit me. Clay! By using different colors and molding it into the tiny blocks, I was able to create a desert well and a cactus.
Okay, now these are looking freaking adorable. Guys, bro, I should honestly just open up a little Etsy store and sell these online. Would you buy them?
I would.
All right, let's bring this over here, guys. We can get rid of these absolutely destroyed, bro. They're even more wrecked than they were like 10 seconds ago, dude. And we'll replace our desert pyramid with this desert well. Look at this, guys. How cool is that? And then we're gonna put a few more cactuses. They're a little bit more to the, you know, size of our ants this time instead of last time, where the cactuses were literally like skyscrapers. These ants are so spoiled. They have like the nicest crib ever. But that is not all, because I figured since we have a desert well now instead of a pyramid, and desert wells have water, why don't we actually make it their very own water source? Yeah, we'll get some brand new water for our little anti-boy friends. Okay, and check this out. I actually made the desert well in 2 separate parts. So we've got the top and then the center where we can put the cotton ball over the top, and we're gonna close that down on the surface just there. Nice, check that out, guys. So they'll be able to walk into our desert well and drink their very own water.
I even managed to get some of these real life dead bushes to decorate the inside, which I would have never been able to do with the magnetic blocks. And after a few final touches, the Minecraft ant home was complete. And so I waited patiently for the next few days. On the first day, not much happened. But 2 days later, I spotted the queen ant surrounded by her newly laid eggs. Oh, the colony was growing quickly because on that final day, I was met with a surprise.
All right, guys, it's been 5 days since we last decorated the nest. And hopefully they've grown in numbers, because if they haven't, everything we've done to take on Ethan up until this point will have been for nothing. All right, let's see. And holy moly, dude. What happened over here? There's just like an ant explosion. Well, it makes sense. The eggs were right there, so they've all just like popped out. They're so big as well, dude. I didn't realize how fast ant babies go. Look, one's even crawling through into our maze here, guys. Speaking of which, that isn't even all the ants. There's tons still in our maze as well.
See, look at that tunnel. That's just here. And I think that must connect down to here. You can see there's some sort of tunnel they built. There's another one. You can see like the slightest crack of a tunnel there.
But we're gonna need to get all of those ants out for Ethan.
I used these transfer tubes to quickly move my ants from the farm into a larger test tube so, you know, they would be easier to transport. And now that I've collected all of them, oh, it's time to see Ethan.
Come on, let's let you all out. We're about to take down everyone, ruin everyone's existence. That's right. Go, divide and conquer. It's time. Now take down the entire server. Nothing can stop me. Yes, yes, cowering fit. Ow, ow, what was that? What the? What is that? Wait, whoa, 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 stop, stop, stop. Are those ants? Wait, why are they everywhere? Why are they everywhere? There's one under my pants! Ow, 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 ow. Okay, no, no, no. Ow, ow. Get out of the computer! No, 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 they're going in my PC. Stop, stop, why do they bite so hard? No, my computer, no! Please, 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 please. Ow, 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 ow! Why are you biting my butt again?